Good morning, friends. Now come to competitive. Okay, atoms, Bohr theory. They in volume 6, Bohr theory. Okay, they did not mention atoms. They mentioned Bohr theory. So both are same. So Rutherford's model. They explain the description is there. You can read this. Rutherford model of atom. Again, once again, I repeat, most of the particles passes through the Bohr file undeviated or with small deviation. Okay, this already we have seen. So according to Rutherford's model, atom contains positively charged tiny particles at its center known as the nucleus of the atom. Almost all mass of the atom is concentrated in nucleus. And next, the size of the nucleus is suggested 10 power minus 15 meter to 10 power minus 14 meter. Clear? And the electrons revolve around the nucleus and necessary centripetal force is provided by electrostatic attraction. Okay, this already we have seen. Next, so center portion is nucleus, total mass concentrated, charge is positive. Next, distance of closest approach. Okay, kinetic energy of the particle is converted to potential energy. So, which particle we allow to fall on the nucleus? Alpha particles. Alpha particles means ionized helium. Alpha particle. So, this is the ZE gold nucleus. This is the alpha particle. 2E. This is positive and this is positive. Initially it has kinetic energy. Due to kinetic energy it comes here. Now due to electrostatic repulsive force, kinetic energy becomes 0. Kinetic energy converted to electrostatic potential energy P. Okay, which P not gravitational potential energy. Here electrostatic potential energy. This distance, this center of alpha nucleus to center of the ZD distance, we call it as closest approach. Let us take D. Then this how do we write? Half m v square is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1. We take it 2e into this is ZD by D. Okay, they mention this only. Half mp square is equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon naught. Actually helium we are taking. So they written for formula actually. Formula is this taken as a Z1E and this they taken as a Z2E. General formula they given in terms of physics. Okay, this taken as a Q1 and this taken as a Q2. Right? Now, example problem, calculate the nearest distance of approach of alpha particle energy 2.5 MeV being scattered by gold. They are asking nearest distance, closest approach. Say, they are asking D. What they given? The kinetic energy of the alpha particle given. Ke is given, energy. The energy of the alpha particle is there in the form of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is 2.5 MeV. Convert this into joules. 2.5 mega 10 power 6 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 J. Okay. Gold file atomic number is given Z is equal to 79. What they are asking? Closest approach. So how do you write? Kinetic energy is equal to this one. Already kinetic energy we have this. Or we make it D subjective or we will do directly. So this do this. What do you get? 2.5 into and following this formula. Kinetic energy is itself this value. So 2.5 into 10 power. First we give 1.6. 6 minus 19. 10 power minus 13 is equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon 9 into 10 power 9 into alpha particle. How many protons are there? 2 protons. So 2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 90 into ZE, Z value is 79 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 90. Okay, in this 1.6, 1.6 cancel, right? Next, by D as it is. They are asking D, making D something. D is equal to 9 into 2 into 79 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 minus 19 minus 38. Okay, minus 38 plus 9. Minus 38 plus 9. It is minus 29 by 2.5 into 10 power minus 13. Solve this, you will get the answer. Clear? Next, Bohr theory. So, Bohr theory is applicable for the hydrogen-like atoms or ions. Those atoms or ions whose outermost orbit contains a single electron. Example: H11, H12, He plus, Li plus, etc. Hydrogen isotope and helium, lithium. We have studied already electrons postulates, 3 postulates. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular orbit, and for this necessary centripetal force is provided. That's not required also. But electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular orbit. They do not radiate any energy. Second one, electron revolve only those stationary orbit for which angular momentum is quantized. Means angular momentum is equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi. Next, third one is energy emission. When electron jump from higher energy to lower energy, it radiates energy in the form of photons. Energy radiates. Okay, E1 minus E2 is equal to, or higher energy minus lower energy is equal to h nu. Already we have seen in this the given formulas, radius of the electron in nth orbit and the relations. So these are very important. Already we have in radius equation. Now again we will see the general equation. Rn is equal to, for hydrogen atom I am writing, this is 0.53 into 10 power minus 10 into N square for hydrogen atom. Clear? Okay? This is in meters. 10 power minus 10 meter is nothing but angstrom. This is for hydrogen. This is for H. Rn for any other hydrogen like atom, the formula will be 0.53 into 10 power minus 10 into n square by z meter. This is for all general formula. Okay? So general relation is Rn directly proportional to n square by z. This is valid for all. This constant is this one, proportionality constant, 0.53 into 10 power minus 10. And with respect to mass, Rn inversely proportional to m. Okay? The corresponding graphs also given as z increases Rn, as n increases Rn, n increases Rn. Okay? They given, I think third graph in the two graphs, first graph is okay, second and third. There no clarity in that, they did not mention properly for both. Okay. Next, velocity, Vn. Already this also I proved, I explained, already we have done this derivation. Okay, problems I given the relation. Okay, general for hydrogen 2.2 into 10 power 6 by n. This is for hydrogen. General formula Vn is equal to 2.2 into 10 power 6 into Z by n. So this is meter per second. Unit is meter per second. The relation is what? Vn is inversely proportional to Z by N. Okay? Inversely proportional to Z by N. Okay, with relation Vn independent of mass. In Vn relation you don't find mass. Right? Next, time period T. Tn relation. Tn is directly proportional to n square by z. Okay, Vn already written. Sorry, Rn. Okay, no. This is T n is directly proportional to time. How do you write? Velocity is equal to distance by time. So distance means Rn by Vn. So Tn directly proportional to Rn already we have done. What is that? N square by z. What is Vn? Z by n. So Tn is directly proportional to n cube by z square. This is important relation. Tn directly proportional to z square n cube by z square. If they ask angular velocity omega, this is reciprocal 1 by. So then this will be z square by n. So Bart's relations are very important. Energy of electron. Already we have done that is En is equal to minus 13.6 eV by n square. So general formula for general formula is for all hydrogen like atom is z square by n square. Okay, with respect to mass, En directly proportional to m. Is that correct? M. So already we have seen kinetic energy relation, potential energy relation. Total energy, kinetic energy, magnitude is same, but total energy is negative. So how do we write K? K is equal to minus of Kn is equal to minus of Un. We can write K is equal to minus E. Potential energy is equal to 2 times of total energy. So remember these relations. Using this, we can solve competitive exams. Okay. Angular momentum Ln is equal to nh by 2 pi. Clear. These all we have done. So the radius of the first orbit we already calculated. That is 0.53. You can say 0.53 into 10 power minus 10 meter for hydrogen atom, or 0.53 angstroms. Okay. So example 2, find the radius of Li++ ion in ground state assuming Bohr's model to be valid. Find the maximum angular speed of the electron of hydrogen atom in stationary orbit. So first question. In example problem 2a. Example problem 2a. What did they mention? Find the radius of Li++ ion in the ground state assuming the Bohr's model to be valid. What is that Rn formula? Rn is equal to 0.53 n square by z angstroms, or 0.53 to 10 power minus 10. They are asking ground state. Ground state means n is equal to 1. Lithium. Z value is 2. Hydrogen, helium, lithium. They mentioned lithium, hydrogen, helium, lithium. So Z value is 3. Then substitute. And R1 is equal to 0.53 into n square, 1 square by 3. So 0.1, 23. 23 means 7. 2 is there, 6. Right? So 0.176. So rounding off, This is 0.18 angstroms. Like this. We can solve. Find the maximum angular speed of the electron hydrogen atom in a stationary orbit. They are asking stationary orbit angular speed. They are asking. What is the relation between linear velocity, angular velocity, and radiation? General formula is V is equal to R omega. Are they correct or not? So they are asking omega for the angular. So omega n is equal to Vn by Rn. Am I correct or not? Okay, Vn relation already we have done. What is Vn relation for a hydrogen atom? That is Vn value is 2.2 into 10 power 6 into Z by n. Rn 0.53 into n square by z. So this will be 2.2 into z goes up, so z square by 0.53 into n cube 10 power 6 radian per second. So you can solve this 2.2 by 0.53. Okay, for hydrogen atom they are asking, so Z value 1 substitute and you will get this is 4.1 into 10 power so angstroms I will not substitute, so 10 power minus 10, right? So into 10 power minus 10. This minus 10 goes up, this is 16 radian per second by n cube. If n value 1, 2, 3 based on that we can answer. Clear? Remember this one. For angular velocity of electron in a fixed orbit for hydrogen in nth orbit. If they ask ground state, n is equal to 1. If they ask another state, any first excited state, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, like that. Next, example 3. A small particle of mass m moving in such a way that potential energy U is equal to half m omega square r square, where omega is a constant and r is the distance from the particle from the origin. Assuming Bohr's model of quantization of angular momentum and circular orbit, find the radius of nth orbit. Okay. So how do we find nth orbit? So this is example problem 3. We have a relation, second relation, MVR is equal to NH by 2 pi. So we need to find V to get the R. Then how do we find V? We will find using energy equation. U is equal to of m omega square r square. Right? So from this we will get force. F is equal to minus du by, it's depend on what distance r. So with respect to r will differentiate. Then what do you get? You will get minus m omega square as it is by 2 as it is. R square is 2r. So 2 cancel. So F is equal to minus omega square r. Am I correct? Minus sign indicates attraction. So this is nothing but revolving around the nucleus. Centripetal force is provides. So mv square r is equal to m omega square r. Clear? From this, what do we get? V is equal to r omega. Right? This V substitute m V we are substituting r omega into r nx by 2 pi. From this, r square is equal to nh by 2 pi m omega, then R is equal to root of nh by 2 pi m omega, nh by 2 pi m omega. So we will, using this, they are asking the radius. To find the radius we need to know V. That V we got from the energy expression. We already studied negative differentiation of energy, potential energy gives the force. From this force we got V. Again this V value substituted in angular momentum formula. Second postulate we got the expression. Next, energy of atom. So this we calculated using potential energy, kinetic energy. So En is equal to minus 13.6 eV by n square. Clear? And 1 by lambda, using thought postulate, when electron transition from higher energy to lower energy, energy radiation wavelength, we calculated lambda is equal to R into 1 by nf square minus n. This one, actually the lambda 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by nf square minus 1 by n. Initial R value is Rydberg constant. Okay. General formula is already given. Energy equation 13.6 Z square by n square eV, minus is there. Okay. And next, here in textbook Rydberg constant they given 1.03, but here they given 1.097 into 10 power 7 per meter. No matter. So we follow the textbook, but in the solutions in this book we will follow 1.097 into 10 power 7 per meter. Okay. And one more important point also is there, RHC. This is equal to 1 Rydberg. Here. For hydrogen, I am talking for hydrogen. See, 1 Rydberg. Remember this one. Only for this. For hydrogen. Okay. Next, energy levels diagram. Already we have seen. Energy. How do we get? What did we see? En is equal to minus 13.6 eV by n square. In this expression we substituted n value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the energy equation. First, innermost, close to the nucleus. Innermost orbit energy is electron. Energy of the electron in innermost is minus 13.6 eV. This is the ground state electron, right? Next one, E is equal to 2. That is first excited state. So n is equal to E is equal to, that is minus 3.4 eV. Next, n is equal to 3, 1.51 eV. N is equal to 4, 0.85 eV. N is equal to infinity, 0. Clear? To remove the electron from innermost orbit, that energy called as the ionization energy. Innermost is what? If substitute n is equal to 1, energy is 13.6 eV. If you give the 13.6 eV to that electron, innermost electron, what happens? Energy is 0. Energy 0 means it is separated from the nucleus. So removing the electron from the atom is called ionization. Suppose if you provide like 10.2 eV, then what happens? It will excited. It move from ground state to higher energy state by absorbing the what we provided, that energy. Clear? So ionization energy means to remove the electron. Excitation energy means to jump one state to another state. Energy given to the electron to move from lower energy to the higher energy levels. That is called excitation. Ionization means completely removing from the innermost orbit. So excitation energy, ionization energy. Ionization energy of the hydrogen is what? 13.6 eV. Excitation energy, it depends on the question, right? Suppose if you provide 10.2 eV excitation, you provide it to the electron excited from 1 to 2. Okay? If you provide 12.1 eV, then excited 2, from 2 it is equal to 3, like that. Ionization energy, innermost is 13.66 eV, innermost electron, innermost orbit electron, right? So if the total energy is the nucleus and electrons are separated by an infinite distance, if the total energy is positive, atom is ionized and electron goes to infinity, moving with independently with some kinetic energy. See, what did I say? If I provide 13.6 eV, it's just separated from the nucleus. I provided with 14 eV. In this 13.6 is used to remove the electron. Remaining energy is there with the electron in the form of kinetic energy. 14 eV is there. What is the difference between this? 0.4 eV. 13.6 eV in 14 eV. 13.6 eV is used to remove the electron, free the electron from the nucleus, and extra 0.4 is there with the electron only in the form of kinetic energy. Absorption and emission spectra already we have seen, and emission spectra, the number of lines in emission spectra formula, very important, n minus 1 into n by 2. Clear? If electron was there in the third state, n is equal to 3, possible number of spectral lines, substitute 3 minus 1 into 3 by 2. So 2 into 3 by 2 into cancel. 3 possible. See, check. 1, 2, 3. Here the electron may jump to this first, or electron may jump to direct to ground state. 1 to over. Already in the first jump it was there in the second state. Then it can jump to first. Total how many possible? 3. So remember this formula, n minus 1 into n by 2. Clear? Okay? If the atom makes transition n is equal to n1 to n is equal to n2, then number of lines is emission. So there are 2 is there. Different transition is there. Then expected one is n1 minus n2. n1 minus n2 plus 1 by 2. Okay, then different. If atom makes transition from n1 to n2, n1 to n2, then the number of lines is emission spectra. You just remember this formula, right? Next, example problem. How many different wavelengths may be observed in the spectrum for hydrogen? Hydrogen simple. If the atom was excited to the state with the principal quantum number n. Answer is n minus 1 into n by 2. Check it. Yeah, n into n minus 1 by 2. Next, monochromatic radiation of wavelength lambda is incident on the hydrogen sample in a ground state. Hydrogen atom absorbs a fraction of light and subsequently emit the radiation of 6 different wavelengths. Find the lambda. Okay? Monochromatic light means wavelength is 1. Clear? And what did they say? By radiating this, when light is falling on the hydrogen, the ground state electron first absorb this radiation and they excited to, they mentioned excited, but which level they did not mention. So it was in ground state. These are the excited states. Okay? A wavelength lambda is incidentally on the electron. Electron absorb the ground state electron absorb the wavelength and it is excited. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Which state to it excited? Don't. They did not mention. But they mention after excitation again it will jump to the lower energy. In that process, how many lines it emit? 6 lines emitted. Clear? So, number of emission lines, formula n minus 1 into n or n into n minus 1 by 2. This is the formula. They given 6. Equating that we can get number in which to which state it excited. So this I can write 6 is equal to n square minus n by 2. Am I correct or not? So this is 12 n square minus n. Possibility. So this we can write n square minus n plus 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, then n square minus 4n plus 3n minus 12 is equal to 0. So n is common, n minus 4. Here if you take 3 common, n minus 4 is equal to 0. Am I correct? Then n plus 3 and n minus 4 is equal to 0. Then n is equal to minus 3, n is equal to 4. Minus 3 possible? Not possible. So n is equal to 4. So which state it has it jumped as when it absorbed the wavelength lambda, it is jumped to the 4th state. What they are asking, find the lambda. Okay. So n is equal to 4. Initially where was the electron? Ground state. Ground state energy is what? E1 is equal to minus 13.6 eV. Then it jumped to 4th state. E4, how do we find? Minus 13.6 by 4 means 16. This is 0. I think 51. I think the where are the energy levels? Already I have given 4 G's. 13.6 by 16 you do it. So I 13.6 by 16. Thirteen point six divided by 16. It is 0.85. Right? Now find the delta E. We can get energy absorbed. Actually, this is also minus. So, how do you write? 0.85 minus of minus 13.6. Clear? So, if you do with this, it is 12.75. This is the energy of the wave incident radiation. Okay? Then they are asking wavelength. Delta E, how do we write? Hc by lambda. Lambda is equal to Hc by delta E. This is in electron volt, convert into joules by multiplying 1.6 into 10 power minus 90. Then this value 6.62 into 10 power minus 34 into C value 3 into 10 power 8 by delta E value 12.75 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 90. Then this, how do you write? 6 multiply this 6 8 19 into minus 34 plus 8 minus 26 minus 26 plus 19 26 19. This is minus, this is, so it is 7 minus 7 into 10 power minus 7 by 12.75 into 1.6. If we calculate, we will get the answer. So 12.25 into 1.6. It is 19.6. So 19.86 by 19.6 into 10 power minus 7. Now 19.86 divided by 19.6. It is 101. 1.01 into 10 power minus 7. Okay, so they got they written in nanometers. Nanometers means it is 10 power minus 9, but we got close value. Clear? It is 97.4. We got 1 at 1 point. Clear? If you write in what is this nanometers, it will be 1 at 1 into 10 power minus 9 meter. It's close because we are not taking accurate values here. That's why we got that. But they give it in different way. You can follow this one also. What is that? Very simple way. 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by what it is nf square nf square minus n I square. So this is also helps to find 1 by lambda is equal to r into what is the final state? 4. So 1 by 16 minus what is the initial? 1. Am I correct or not? So 1 by lambda is equal to r into 16 is the LCM. Then this is 1 minus 16 by 16. So this lambda is equal to, we will get 15 by 16 r. But minus here is absorption. So 1 by lambda 15 by 16 into what is the Rydberg constant according to this 1.093 or 96 Rydberg constant 97 into 10 power 7. Now we try to do this. This is 15 divided by 16. 0.93 into 10 power minus 7. 0.937 into 10 power minus 7 by 1.09 divided by 1.0. So divided by 1.09. So if you follow this also, what according to this calculation we are getting 0.859 into 10 power minus 7 meters. Correct? 14. So 16 LCM, 1 minus 16, 15 by r. Is this correct? Reciprocal 16 comes up. That's why we are getting wrong here. So if you write directly, so 1 by lambda is equal to minus r into 15 by 16. We are changing. So this is wrong calculation. What is this? Lambda is equal to 6 minus 16 by 15. R. So minusing here is absorption. So just we are trying to calculate this one. 16 divided by 15. This we can write 16 by 15 into 1.097 into 10 power 7. So this is 1.066 into 10 power minus 7 by 1.09 divided is equal to divided by 1.097. Now this answer is 0.972 into 10 power minus 7. Converting to nanometers means 10 power 9. This is 97.2 into 10 power minus 9 meters. So whichever is it that you follow. Better in this case, if you follow this is easy. Instead of calculating energy, converting into joules, N equal to hc by lambda, you better follow this one. So there are two methods. So you can follow any one. We'll see the next question. Example problem 5. Calculate the maximum wavelength lambda naught of light which can ionize a hydrogen atom in the ground state. Light of wavelength lambda naught is incident on a hydrogen atom which is in its first excited state. Find the kinetic energy of the electron coming out. So A, lambda naught is incident. This wavelength ionizes the hydrogen atom, which is remove the electron. To remove the electron, energy required is 13.6 eV. Clear? So this converted into joules. 13.6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. So they are asking lambda. Energy, how do we write? E is equal to hc by lambda. So hc by lambda is equal to 13.6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So lambda naught, this is lambda naught is equal to hc. hc value is what? 6.6 into 10 power 6.62 into 10 power minus 34 into c value 3 into 10 power 8 by 13.6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 9. Am I correct? Now we will do this. This 6, 8, 19.86 into 10 power minus 26 into 10 power 19 by 13.6 into 1.6. Okay. 13.6 into 1.6, it is 21.7. So 19.86 into this is minus 26, 19. It is minus 7 by 21.76. So 19.86 divided by 21.76, it is 0.912 into 10 power minus 7. This will be 91.2 into 10 power minus 9 meter. 91.3 nanometer, right? Energy of hydrogen atom. What the light of wavelength lambda naught is incident on the hydrogen atom, which is in the first excited state. Find the kinetic energy of the electron coming out. So where was the electron now? First excited state. First excited state means N is equal to 2. Clear? So this wavelength is incident on the ground state electron. Same. Second question also same wavelength. Lambda naught they are mentioned. So first question, lambda naught energy is what? When the wavelength is lambda naught, the energy, this wavelength lambda naught is remove the electron. What does that mean? Means this wavelength of this light wavelength lambda naught has energy 13.6 eV. So here also what is the energy is incident in E is equal to 13.6 eV. When N is equal to 2, what is the energy of E2? Minus 13.6 eV by N square. This is minus 13.6 by N is equal to means 4. 2 square is there, so this is minus 13.6 by 4. So this is minus 4 threes and 4 eV. This is the energy of first excited state. This is falling on this inside first excited state, falling on the first excited state electron. So then what happens? Energy as soon as this falls, minus 13.6, minus 3.4 plus 13.6. Then this will be 10.2 eV. Plus or minus, it's plus. Whatever, electron, the energy of the electron now on first excited state is 10.2 eV. Then what is our relation? Kinetic energy is equal to total energy. So whatever energy is there with the electron, that will be there in the form of kinetic energy. So now the kinetic energy of the electron is 10.2 eV. Clear? Next, hydrogen spectra. Using this formula, we calculated all wavelengths. 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by NF square minus 1 by Ni square. If the from higher energy states to electron, electron jumps to higher energy states to the ground state, then that spectral series we call it as a Lyman. When electron jumps from higher energy to first excited state, that spectral series name is called Balmer series. So that all we calculated wavelengths, right? And here you need to understand one point: series limit. Series limit means initial state Ni is equal to infinity to N finally jump to 1. This is the series limit for Lyman series. If N initial infinity to N final N is equal to 2, then this is first one is series of Lyman. This is Balmer, like that. So it comes from infinity to the higher energy state. So where it is going to jump, like that. Clear? So that line we call it as a series limit. Lyman series limit is what? 1 by lambda is equal to initially is infinity, finally is 1. 1 by infinity is 0, 1 by 1. So this is R. Lambda is equal to 1 by 1. If you want to calculate Balmer, this is for Lyman. Balmer will be, what do you get? 4 by R. Like that. So general formula for series limit is 1 by lambda is equal to R by M square. Lyman series, what was the final state? Where it is to jump? N is equal to 1. From higher energies to finally it comes to the ground state. So N value 1. So R by 1. Right? Here lambda is subject to, here it is 1 by lambda. Or if you make it lambda subject to, then what do you get? Lambda is equal to N square by R. If it jumps to the Balmer series, let us say N is equal to 2. So when do we get Balmer series? Finally it comes to electron jumps to first excited state, means N is equal to 2. Then 2 square by R, 4 by R. Bracket series limit. What is the final state? When electron jumps to finally to the second excited state, that is N is equal to 3. Then it is 9 by R. So remember that formula, series limit. Okay? Next one is wave number. This is new bar, wave number. This is the reciprocal of 1 by lambda. Already we have a 1 by lambda formula. 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by Nf square minus Ni square. This you can write mu R, because 1 by lambda is equal to what? Wave number. So from this also we will expect question. This is Ni initial, this is final, N final. Okay? In a Balmer series, first line is known as H alpha line, second line known as H beta line, and so on. In Balmer series only, they named as alpha, beta, gamma for first line, second line, third line. First line means jump from 3 to 2. Balmer series I'm talking. They given so 3 to 2 H alpha. Next 4 to 2 H beta, like that, gamma, like that. Next, calculate the wavelength of the frequency of H beta line of the Balmer series for the hydrogen atom. First question. Okay, what they are asking, wavelength and frequency of the H beta line. H beta line means transition is what? For H beta. For H beta, transition is N initial will be 4, N final is 2. Clear? They are asking beta. H alpha means 3 to 2. Clear? Balmer series. Try to find out wavelength. 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by, what is that? N F square. N is 2. So 2 square minus 1 by 5 initial 4 square. So 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16. 1 by lambda R into 16 is the LCM. 4 minus 1. Then lambda is equal to 16 by 3 R. So lambda is equal to 16 by 3 into 1.097 into 10 power minus 7. So each case we do not substituting, it's a difficult problem. Every time is not. We will make it easy. 1 by R value we will make it. So 1 divided by 1.097. This is 1 by R value. Remember 0.911 into 10 power minus 7. It's very simple. If you don't, every time substitution is, it takes time. So this we can write. This we can write. How do we write? Lambda is equal to 16 by 3 into 1 by R. So 16 by 3 into 1 by R value is 0.911 into 10 power minus 7. If you do it, we will get the answer. Finally, 16 divided by 3, it is 5.33 into 0.911. This is 4.858 into 10 power minus 7. You make it 10. So 4858 into 10 power minus 10 meters. This is the wavelength. Then how do you find the frequency? What is that? C is equal to h nu. Nu is equal to C by. C is equal to nu lambda. Right? Nu is equal to C by lambda. C is 3 into 10 power 8. Lambda already we calculated. 4858 into 10 power minus 10. So on this you will get the answer in frequency. What is the unit? H. Right? Remaining we will see in the next class.